Welcome back to my channel. It's day 42, end of week 6 of my weight loss journey, and uploading every day until I reach my goal weight of 150 pounds. That will put me 30 pounds down from when I started this 42 days ago. As of today, I am officially 10 pounds down. I've been doing this without counting calories. I've been following the starch solution plate building method, focusing on a combination of non-starchy and starchy vegetables, and also fruit. I eat a pretty good amount of fruit. So if you are also interested in losing weight without counting calories, but you still want to feel full and satisfied, stick around. I'll show you everything that I'm eating today. I'm going to talk about in this video just kind of a wrap up of week 6, and also just where I am today compared to where I started at day 1. Right now, we just finished his first nap of the morning. We went for a walk this morning outside in the carrier. I just made some tea, and I'm going to be munching on these baby carrots today, as well as, people are going to think this is crazy, but I have a bunch of romaine lettuce in the fridge that I want to use up, and I love to just munch on this plain. I love how crunchy it is and just like fresh and crisp it tastes. But that's definitely, I would say, level 10 vegan if you're just eating greens completely plain, which I do not infrequently. On our walk this morning, we found these. It was really windy, so I think a lot of like branches and things have fallen off trees, and there's a lot of trees like this in our neighborhood, and I guess this must have fallen off of one of them, but we brought it home, and this is going to be in my kitchen today, keeping me inspired. For the 3rd day in a row, I weighed in this morning at 169.6 pounds. So that's where I'm landing for the end of my week 6. In the middle of November, when I gave birth, I was 210 pounds. And then I pretty quickly lost some weight. The first couple of months, I lost almost 30 pounds. I went down to 193, and then I went down to around 185. And then I actually started this YouTube channel at the end of February, and I was 179.2 pounds when I officially started this channel. 178.9 was just an average from that first week, so that wasn't my official first weigh-in, but right here, this was my official first weigh-in, 179.2. You can see my weight, it kind of plateaued the first week, and then it goes up and down and up and down. I can actually zoom in a little bit and see my weekly averages. So if I move all the way over to where I am today, which is 169.6, and then I zoom in a little bit, I can see what my weight was for this last week, and it averaged about 170 pounds, but you can see it slowly trended down across this week. At the beginning of the week, I was 171.6. And then I can jump back to the week prior, see what my average was, 172. When I started the week, I was 171.6. And then when I ended 172.4, I actually went up that week, and I talk about that in my last video. And then the week before that, I started at 174 and then ended at 172. So I lost 2 pounds that week. Prior to that, I started at 175 and I ended at 173.6, so 1.5 pounds. And then I started at 175.8 and ended at 176.6, so gained a little bit. And then, let's see, my starting week, 179.2. And I had a really drastic drop at the very end there, 175.4. I talk about that in the video. I think it had to do with not eating dinner and being a bit dehydrated as well. But yeah, you can see kind of going up and down, but generally trending down. And I'm really excited to see the line go below that 160 there. My goal is 150. I had my first real meal of the day around noon, and this is my no oats overnight oats. I posted the recipe a video or two ago, but this is very similar to how you would have overnight oats, but instead of oats, it's sweet potato. So this is the orange sweet potato with an apple, a banana, blueberries, cinnamon, and soy milk. And it was in the fridge overnight, but I put it in the microwave for a few minutes. This is a big portion of food, and I ate it all. My boyfriend got home from work really early today, like around 1:30, and so we were able to get some stuff done. And then as soon as he put the little one down for a nap, I threw on my running clothes and I went for a jog. And it was my first jog since I was 39 weeks pregnant. I jogged all through my pregnancy, like once a week, and then I gave birth, and then I have not been out since. But I watched a video today. I'll link it below. Stephanie versus the Snack Drawer. She's on a weight loss journey also. You should definitely follow her channel. But she used to be a big runner and is getting back into it and went for her first run today after taking like a 3-year hiatus or something. And it just really inspired me to get back out there. I love running so much and have really missed it. I'm not like a crazy runner or anything. I can talk more about that in another video. I have run a marathon before and done some mid-distance runs, but mostly I just go for fun now, and like at most a few miles. I would love to get back into distance running, but I would definitely take my time before I do something like that. But we had a huge rainstorm today. It was super rainy, super windy, and then the day just completely turned around. Like the clouds went away, the sun came out, and it was a epic run. Like it was probably one of the best runs I have ever had in my life. Not because I went far or anything, because I didn't, but it just felt so good to get back out there. I cannot even believe how much I missed it. Just to sweat and get that energy out. And so many of my emotions I like release and process when I'm running or just doing really intense cardio. And so I just felt like this huge release, so much that I've been holding in for the last like 4.5 months since I gave birth. And it just felt so, so good. And I hope that, if there's something that you've been missing, that you haven't been doing, you've been putting it off because life is getting in the way, or you just don't have the motivation, or you're scared, or whatever it is, this is your sign to just get out there and do it. Even if it's just, a small step, not even what the level of what you used to do that activity, but just putting one foot in front of the other and just doing something, just a little bit. I guarantee you will be so proud of yourself and will feel better. I got back a little bit ago, and as soon as my boyfriend texted me that he woke up from a nap, I wasn't too far from home. I came back home. So I was out there for probably about 45 minutes. I think I ran maybe 3 to 4 miles. And then I fed him when I got home. I jumped in the shower, and now I'm getting ready to have my second meal. I ate all that romaine today that you saw earlier that was filling up this colander. That was like 3 heads of romaine lettuce. They were small, but just kind of throughout the day, every time I was like coming into the kitchen, I was just munching on that lettuce. But I'm pretty hungry now, so I'm really excited to eat this meal. I will show you what it is. I know my face is super red. That is just what happens to me when I get my heart rate up and I sweat, like running or doing other intense cardio. I sweat a lot and my face gets really red and it stays red for a while. I am definitely going to start running again. Like, it's official. That was my first run postpartum, and it's going to be the first of many. I want to go at least once a week. That's what I was doing when I was pregnant, and I would love to go more, like 3, 4, 5 days a week, but it's just not realistic. So I think I'll start with 1 day a week, maybe 2. If I can do like 1 on the weekend and then 1 midweek would be amazing. The only thing I'm a little bit nervous about is something happening to my supply. So I'm always thinking about that since I'm exclusively breastfeeding, and I don't want to like diet too hard or work out too hard to where it could affect my supply. So I'm going to just kind of take it slow and, see how things go, make sure I'm staying nourished. But if you have any experience with this, I would love to hear from you. If you have experience with breastfeeding and still losing weight and exercising, please let me know if you have any tips or advice or just, anything about your experience. It'd be awesome. So I just pulled this out of the microwave. Usually I microwave it for a few minutes, take it out, stir it, microwave it again. And it is about a pound of steamed broccoli, carrot, and cauliflower mix. I buy the California mix from Whole Foods or just wherever. And then there is steamed russet potato in here, green lentils, a bunch of green onion, my favorite hummus that you all have seen if you've been watching. This is Asmar's. It's a local brand they make it fresh and the ingredients are really clean. It's oil free. And then I've been using up the juice in this jar of jalapenos. So there's just a little bit left, probably enough for 1 more meal. But yeah, I'm going to dig into this. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry and I love this. It does not get old to me. Oh yeah, there's fresh tomato in here too. As usual, this is an enormous bowl of food, like at least 2 pounds, probably more. I'm definitely going to eat it all. I am so hungry right now. Later that day, I finished off these baby carrots and had a big handful of these grapes. And that was it for my day. Week 6 in the books. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how things are going for you on your weight loss journey or whatever journey that you're on. I'd love to know, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 43.